This is a chilling containment facility. Before entering, everyone undergoes a thorough examination. After the examination, a micro device is implanted. Movement is restricted to designated areas. If anyone crosses the boundary, the device activates. And the facility is located deep underground. A total of 88 levels. Each level is equipped with numerous energy weapons. There are also many mobile patrol devices, monitoring everyone's every move 24/7. Any slight misconduct leads to being taken to a special room for processing. The man escaping with his partner is named Adam. And the reason for their escape is simply because his partner is having a second child. It turns out, the future is heavily polluted. Available resources have drastically decreased. To control the population, the authorities have mandated 1 child per household. But Adam's first child, unfortunately, passed away, so they decided to risk having another. Thus began their escape. Unexpectedly, they were discovered during the examination. To cover his partner's escape, Adam stepped forward as a rearguard, but was attacked by 2 ferocious guard dogs. Ultimately, he was captured and brought to this harsh containment facility. At night, a roommate kindly advised Adam not to overthink. Adam was puzzled. That night, he thought of warm moments with his partner. Unbeknownst to him, the patrol devices transmitted his thoughts directly to the director. Seeing this, the director immediately became interested in Adam's partner. Immediately after, Adam was continuously affected by the implanted micro device. Only did Adam understand his roommate's advice. The next day, Adam went to work with the others. A person numbered 187 gave his roommate a hard time. Seeing this, Adam immediately stood up for his roommate and got into a scuffle with 187. But due to the difference in physique, he was quickly overpowered. But just then, the patrol devices detected the conflict and immediately activated the intervention device. Both were instantly in pain. Then they were sent to the special room. They wouldn't be released until someone admitted fault. Seeing his roommate unable to bear it, suffering from the intervention, Adam took all the blame. Immediately after, he was taken to the director's room and saw his partner Bella in the facility. It turned out his partner hadn't escaped, but was sent to the women's containment area. Because of this, Adam decided to escape. During melt, he asked his roommate about the facility's structure. But just then, number 187 suddenly attacked Adam, pushing him against the wall and attacking him. The director watched the conflict and didn't intervene. Instead, he ordered that to be narrowed, forcing them to continue fighting. At the critical moment, Adam fought back against 187 and seized the opportunity, knocking him down the passage. Seeing this, the director immediately ordered Adam to deal with 187, but Adam refused and pulled 187 back up. The director was very displeased. In this containment facility, he is the rule. No one has ever dared to defy him, so he aimed his energy weapon at them both, and in an instant, a wound appeared on 187. Seeing Adam, seized the opportunity and took the dropped micro device and gave it to his roommate. Then, he was sent by the director to the rotating device for processing. The device rotates continuously until Adam breaks down. Meanwhile, Bella, in the director's room, witnessed this scene. The director said, as long as Bella agrees to be with him, he spared him. Looking at the tormented Adam, Bella had to agree. That night, just as Bella fell asleep, she heard a strange noise. She followed the sound and discovered the supervisor connected to tubes, with an expression of extreme pleasure. It turns out that in order to limit the population and conserve resources, the management had long ago transformed the supervisor into a cyborg. After learning that he was a cyborg, Bella devised a plan, using a special drink to interfere with the supervisor. And she took the opportunity to enter the control room and call Adam. Just like that, Adam, who had been dormant for 4 months, finally regained consciousness. And the first thing he did after waking up was to give the micro device to his highly intelligent roommate Charlie to study, to see if there was any way to get the device out of his body. Soon after, Charlie finished studying the device and thought of a clever way to remove it. That is, to use magnetism to suck the device out. He placed a magnet on the man's abdomen, and then slowly sucked the thing inside upwards. The bald man was in great pain at this time, but Charlie didn't dare stop, because it was a dangerous device. Everyone became tense. One mistake, and the bald man would lose his life immediately. The device had been sucked up to the throat, but this was the most painful part. Just as the bald man was about to suffocate, the device was finally spat out by him. With this method, the others quickly removed the devices from their bodies and placed them on a ventilation duct. This was the best escape route. It turned out that just now, Bella, while the supervisor was observing other people's thoughts, took the holographic structure diagram of the containment facility and had her roommate pass it to Adam. Then Adam and the others used the equipment to obtain the structural diagram of the containment facility. After analysis, they found that only one ventilation duct could be used to escape. After analyzing the escape route, the roommates secretly put the equipment back. Then they started to create chaos. After the surveillance equipment detected the disturbance, it immediately detonated the device, successfully opening the ventilation duct for them. Seeing that the plan was successful, they quickly entered the duct and retreated. But before they could escape very far, high-temperature gas suddenly sprayed out from inside the duct. Helplessly, they had to return. At this time, the supervisor told them to stop resisting through the broadcast, and promised not to make things difficult for them if they stopped resisting. However, as soon as the bald man stood up, he was instantly hit. At the same time, the roommate wanted to take Bella away in the chaos, but unexpectedly ran into the supervisor. On the other side, Adam and the others were pinned down by the mechanical guard's firepower, trapped in the duct. Fortunately, at the critical moment, Adam stepped forward and pulled the mechanical guard inside. Together with his roommate, they dealt with him and took his weapon. With the weapon, Adam immediately unleashed his full firepower, firing at the mechanical guards outside. Just like that, with their cooperation, they quickly entered the supervisor's room. Meanwhile, Bella was being forcibly prepared for childbirth. Seeing this, Adam immediately demanded that the supervisor stop the operation. The supervisor had to comply. But on the way to the control room with everyone, an energy cannon suddenly targeted the supervisor and destroyed him. It turns out that there was no supervisor in this containment facility at all. It had always been managed by an intelligent system. Seeing that the operation was about to begin, Charlie decided to implant an interference program into the computer. However, just as he was about to succeed, he was hit by a mechanical guard that suddenly burst in. At the last moment, he used all his strength to press the confirmation button. All the equipment in the containment facility suddenly lit up with warnings. In an instant, the entire containment facility was in chaos. People fled in all directions, and Adam took the opportunity to take Bella and his cautious roommate and escape in a vehicle. Successfully escape, but just then, Bella suddenly went into labor. They had no choice but to stop and let Bella give birth in a roadside cabin. As soon as they got out of the car, the intelligent system controlled the vehicle and rammed into them. The roommate was hit on the spot and lost his life. Adam shot with his weapon, but still couldn't stop the vehicle from crashing into the cabin. Afterwards, Adam searched the ruins for his partner, distraught. Unexpectedly, he heard a baby's cry. He followed the sound and found his partner hiding behind an abandoned vehicle, having survived the ordeal, and he finally fulfilled his promise, escaping the prison with his partner.